Hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy BEATNUTZ. Hope you're having a great day doing what you love. So today we have actually kind of a cool little special request that I'm super excited for, kind of scared to try or attempt, but it's all about experimenting. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone and to not overthink shit. So I'm just gonna pretty much do what I do best, which is doing what I love and just kind of fucking around with music. So for today, we're gonna be doing a kind of KAYTRANADA-esque style. I'm gonna be using a lot of drums and stuff like that from probably one of the Reddit kits that I've gotten from him and stuff like that too. And then just kind of see how it goes, and gonna try my best to kind of emulate something like that and some of the tips that I learned from KAYTRANADA's production himself, as well as lots of tutorials and everything that I've seen from before. So yeah, definitely something a little bit housey, something with a little bit of jam, some Gold Link maybe vibes too as well. Tyler Creator, you know how it is. But if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So for this stuff, I'm just kind of going into it a little blind. Again, I don't really have a plan for this stuff, at least, but I know I at least have a kit. So we're just gonna kind of see if we can find any kind of cool sample stuff and just kind of go from there. I did a little bit of chords and stuff like that. So what I think I'm gonna do is I got this KAYTRANADA kit, and I decided to use this particular one shot that he has. There we go. So yeah, I went into the kit and everything, and I decided that I was gonna use this particular one shot, but I kind of did a little bit of effects with it. So what I did was I added some chords and everything, created what I needed to create. Let me take off this preset that I got going on so far. So this is what I have for the chord idea so far. So I decided to go ahead and just kind of add those chords and everything. Basically, if I pitch it where the actual pitch of it's supposed to be, it's kind of really high and everything, and I don't really like that. So I decided to pitch it a little bit down so I can kind of get more of that middle frequency where it's kind of sitting real nice. And what I decided to do with it was give it a little bit of stereo. I noticed with a lot of KAYTRANADA's beats and everything, he likes to add like these weird, not weird EQ sounds, but like he's a DJ, I feel like, at heart, and a lot of DJs love EQs. Turning the knobs and stuff like that is like their favorite thing, I swear to God. I mean, I know a lot of DJs and everything, and honestly, if you're a DJ in the comments, let me know if I'm right or wrong. This is kind of speculation, but I decided to kind of do a little bit of a I believe this is like a low pass kind of filter and everything, and a little bit of the high pass to get rid of some of the lows, but definitely get rid of that high frequencies, so that way I can have it right here. And this is what I have it so far sounding like. Kind of cool. Kind of cuts off a lot of that other stuff. And I'm kind of just layering it into the beat right now so that way I can get some drums going here in a little bit. But I'm going to keep adding a little bit more effects and see how it goes and see what I can do with it. So
song like this, and I think it started turning into a depth. Baby, give me okay, boo. Show me something different, baby, show me that you able. You know all these thotty bitches got an ass so great, but you know I need you, baby, I'm so needy. If I told you that I love you, would you think I'm lying? Baby, I won't push you far, baby, I ain't Brian. No, I got it, you nigga way saying things, but you know that I love you even when I'm mean. Swear I got a lot to give, even if it ain't seen. Tell me what's your mission, baby, what you tryna bring? I need you like the way I need a
okay, interesting. just as a little bit of extra, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna try this. Ooh. Again, velocity changes and all this stuff are your friends. So what I'm pretty much doing is kind of just setting a groove with like the claps and the kicks and everything, and just trying to see what works so far and what doesn't. I'm probably going to miles per minute and everything right now, but the base of it is, you know, just pretty much keeping that house thump going. Obviously I've got like the kick going. So what I'm probably going to do is like give this a little bit of, oh, another thing that is super important is, this is also another reason why I kind of changed my BPM kind of ahead of time, is to never really put too much stuff on the grid. You kind of want to slide it out just a little bit to give it some bounce. Like right here and stuff like that, it's like changing just a little bit. I bet you guys can't really see it with the grid, but in terms of when it's aligned with the actual kick is like a huge thing that you want to make sure that is like, you know, maybe the clap goes a little bit before the kick, maybe the kick goes before the clap, whatever kind of vibe that you want to go for, really. So here we go. Ooh. Okay. So now that we got that going on, I'm going to look through a little bit more of these FX and stuff like that, and see if I can kind of find some cool noises. So here we go. Is just kind of give it a little bit of last minute touches, add a little bass notes and everything here and there, and then pretty much besides that, we've got a good track so far. So it always starts with making sure you got some nice pretty chords, a good skeleton of your beat, and then pretty much from there you can add as much as you want. So let's get into some hi-hat stuff that I like to do with it. So I usually like to go with this kit. I'm also going to try to do is I'm going to see if I can take away the signal. So this bottom part right here, I'm just going to leave as empty. So that way the signals should still be going to the hi-hat loop itself, except you guys are going to hear a little bit of difference right now. So you can kind of hear like the home part of the kick and everything. So that means that it should still be sending the signal to the hi-hat loop, so that way the hi-hat loop can duck and everything. And if we look to the limiter right here, these little blue marks and everything, you can pretty much see that it's doing what it's supposed to. So I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit more. I'm gonna give it some knee, a lot of ratio, and now you can definitely hear it just getting out of there. The great part about it too is that with this, I usually like to do, when I do sidechaining stuff like that, I like to hear it like this first. So I don't want to hear any kick or anything like that. I just want to hear what it sounds like when it's thumping, you know. So I'm gonna try this first, and all you have to do is, it's the same thing as kind of like messing around with a compressor. All you're doing is just pretty much compressing the audio of the hi-hat loop to be really quiet while the kick comes in. But I'm going to mess around with a little bit of the noise, a little bit of the envelope and stuff like that, so that way the hi-hats kind of sound more natural rather than this. Instead of it kind of sounding like it's crushing the hi-hat and just kind of pushing it down. So I'm going to mess around with some settings here while I do it. So let's hear what we got so far. It is thumping right now. Thumping. All right. All we got to do pretty much is add a little nice bass, maybe some nice little colors with the texture, and I'll meet you there. Countdown. So now that we have this cool little bass line, let's mess around. What I typically think we could do is to give it some funk. You obviously want to give it some funk and everything. So to do that, I'm just going to experiment first. Usually when I try to look for funk kind of lines or riffs to kind of put in the spaces in between of my already good chord progression, I just go with pitches and octaves first. And then from there, I'll drag it up and down and kind of see what I'm working with. So already in my head, I'm thinking bum bum ba ba. So I'm gonna do a little cut right here, just for that kick and stuff like that. Right here again. Bum 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 bum. So I want to.
I'ma need it on my chest. You gon' need to give me what's left. You ain't never heard a love song like this. And I think it started turning into a dub me in. Baby, give me your cable. Show me something different, baby.
Now that I've kind of done that octave part and stuff like that, now I can cut more individual pieces like this G part right here, as well as this D sharp and everything, to really give it more slide, to give it a little bit more real feel and stuff like that, as if I was actually playing the bass, like bum 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 wham, you know, all sorts of different stuff that you can experiment with. But again, a helpful tool for when you're just starting out this stuff, because you still have all this part here to go, is try with octaves first, see what sounds good, and then just kind of go from there. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put a slide here. I'm going to take this part right here, put it all the way down. Oh, just thinking about it as if I was Tammy and Paula. I'm just gonna, that's definitely not how you pronounce it. But you guys get the idea. Mess around with slides, try to make it as real as possible. Using the flex bass is the best tool that you can do for that, because you just saw how easy it was for me to go from one bar to the next bar. And I'm still not even done yet. So I'm gonna kind of apply the same technique with jumping octaves first, messing around with different stuff like that, and then figuring out my little slide notes or my little riffs that I can do. So let me finish this off. I'm going to show you guys what I did in a little bit, and then we'll get to pretty much the end of the tutorial by then. So I'll see you there. All right, y'all. So I got done with the kind of cool bass line. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff going on right here. So I'm going to play for you just the bass part itself, so you guys can kind of get an idea of what's going on and see kind of the process. So here's what I came up with so far. Oh, my bad. Let me play it from the beginning. Here's what I came up with so far. And as you can even see too as well, like down here, I'm not really using the same kind of vibe in terms of like plucks and velocity and everything here too as well. And another great tip that you also want to do is make sure you hit Control A for my Windows folks to select everything, Alt R for a randomizer, so you can get even more of a different selection of. Here's what we got so far. And with everything all together, here's the final beat. guys, that's pretty much the beat. So obviously, you know, having KAYTRANADA kit and everything is a super big plus, but everybody knows what Reddit is, everybody knows the deal. So not super hard to kind of get these sounds, stuff like that too. But if you really want to get those, you know, special unique kind of tips and tricks and everything, spacing, EQing, side chaining it, making it more of kind of like a house vibe is definitely what you want to start off with for sure. So I really hope that you guys like this kind of cool little KAYTRANADA video. I really was surprised that you guys wanted to see stuff like this, because I used to make a couple of KAYTRANADA beats from before and everything, and I'm glad that people really want to see KAYTRANADA type beats more often. So it's super cool to see stuff like that. But yeah, guys, if you guys like this tutorial, definitely let me know down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see more, or who else you guys want me to kind of either emulate or kind of do a tutorial for and everything. I love seeing the comments and stuff like that of you guys talking about, especially with the Monty kit from before. That video went really well, and I really like showing you guys, you know, all these cool different things and what's going on with the channel so far. So don't forget to subscribe, make sure to leave a like and comment, and if you had fun watching this video, let me know what you want to see next. So I will see you guys later tomorrow, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Keep doing what you love, and peace.